Creek Wolves. My name is George Washington. So you want to learn about the Revolution? Let me tell you how we won our freedom from the crown. In 1765, Britain set a tax that required a stamp on all public documents, such as newspapers. We did not like this tax. It caused colonists to be upset.
Excuse me, I need to see if that's stamped. Okay, it's stamped. Bye. Excuse me, I need to see if that's stamped. Okay, it's stamped. Bye. Excuse me, I need to see if that's stamped. Okay, it's stamped. Bye.
One eternity later.
Excuse me, I need to see if that's stamped. Okay, it's stamped. Bye.
In 1770, 5 of our colonists were shot by British troops during the Boston Massacre. In 1773, some Boston colonists were angry about a new tax on tea. They climbed onto British ships and dumped crates of tea into the Boston harbor. This is what became known as the Boston Tea Party. During 1774 and 1775, delegates from each colony met in the First Continental Congress and the Second Continental Congress. During the many sessions, delegates discussed the situation with Britain. On April 18, 1775, the Revolutionary War began. Paul Revere made his famous ride to warn the colonists that the British are coming.
The British are coming!
2 hours later.
On June 14, 1775, I was named as the General of the Continental Army. We fought many battles during the war and lost many soldiers. You can be our general. On July 4th, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was adopted as the United States declared as independent from Britain. The war continued on, and more battles were fought and won. The British Army, with General Charles Cornwallis, was retreating to Yorktown. At the same time, I led my army down from the north. The French Navy defeated the British Navy and also moved toward Yorktown. We now had the British Army surrounded at Yorktown. It took 2 days of bombarding the British before Cornwallis finally sent out the white flag to surrender. Cornwallis tried to get me to agree to a lot of demands, but I refused. When Cornwallis saw our troops preparing to attack again, he finally agreed to my terms and the battle was over. On October 19, 1781, General Cornwallis signed the British surrender. Around 8,000 troops surrendered. That wasn't all of the army, but the British believed they could not win the war. And if any of you know my friend Quinn Powell, you might find it interesting to know that Quinn's 4th great-grandfather fought in the Battle of Yorktown.
Oh, shoot. All right, we surrender.
After our victory at Yorktown, we signed the Treaty of Paris in 1783. Independence was finally ours. Boom! Take that, Britain!